All right, this is the finished results of our pinto bean soup. Like I always say, it's fabulous. It tastes good. It's easy. It's economical. You know how to go to the bank and try to buy something and fix this soup. It is delicious. Look at that, y'all. Look at the tomatoes that's in it. Oh, I love that. Look at the smoked turkey in there. Ooh, and look at the onions and the garlic, and it smells so wonderful. Look at that. This is a wonderful soup. I'll show you how to do this, and make sure you mash the beans on the side as it cooks, and it makes that creamy. See that creamy? Oh yes, this is a wonderful soup, y'all. I hope y'all will try this in the cold winter days that we're having, and you will love to eat this with your family. This is pinto bean soup. No one ever heard of that, but here it is right there, y'all. Pinto bean soup. Look at that. Ain't it delicious? Look at that. With the tomatoes in there. Oh, look at that. You can put any ingredients you want, any vegetables what you want. I'm just giving you the basics so you can follow how to do this pinto bean soup. Now you can leave some beans in there like that whole. That is wonderful. Or you could just make it creamy like that. This is Sandra. I want to tell you happy eating and get this recipe off of soulfoodqueen.net. And after this presentation, I'm going to show you how to make this pinto bean soup. All right. We done cooked the pinto beans for about maybe 2.5 hours. I'm going to take the turkey tails out and put them in this bowl because we're going to chop them up. They're so nice and tender. So we're going to chop them up, and this is the rest of the beans. Now I want you to start mashing to the side, just some of the beans, mash them to the side to make that soup. You know, you're going to just mash them as they cook, because what we're going to do is start putting the ingredients in. And the ingredients will be some garlic, onion, we're going to put tomatoes. We're not going to use all of them. We're going to use a half a can of tomatoes. Just like that. Give them a little tomato taste. We're going to use some parsley flakes. The parsley flakes in there just like that, y'all. And we're going to use some mandarin leaves. This is what this is, so you can see that. Marjoram leaves. I'll put a little of that in there. Just like that. And now you can put chili powder in there if you want. But I don't think I wanted chili powder in these. Some salt, because we did not put any salt in because the beans will not get soft. We're going to put some black pepper. Now you can put any seasoning you like now. If you want to put any seasoning in there, you can. But I don't want no chili powder in this. But chili powder is called for that. But instead of me putting chili powder, I'll put some pepperino. One of my subscribers, whoever comes to my channel, and said I use pepperino, green bell peppers, and onion. Hey, that's a staple. You cannot get away from some things that's good like that. So what I want to do, when you put this back on the stove, you're going to mash the beans as it cooks. This is going to have to cook another 30 minutes. Or maybe 40 minutes. But I want you to just get the beans and go to the side like that. Just like that to the side. See? And that mash the beans and it give it that creaminess. So what I'm going to do is add some margarine. I'm not going to put butter in this. I'm going to add some margarine into this. Because margarine, you know, is a better... You know, butter better now. Don't let me get you wrong about the butter now. The butter, ooh, yes indeed. But we're not going to put butter in these beans. We're just going to put some margarine in there, and that would be just sufficient enough. But when you cook these, put these back on the stove, I want you to mash like that. Even mash the tomatoes, because that's going to make the soup. So we're going to put this back on, and we'll be right back and to see what it looks like. All right. I'm going to get ready to cut up the turkey tails and make sure we take it away from the bone. See this bone right here? I don't want you to leave that bone in there, but take that little meat out of there. But don't leave that bone in there. You're going to use your fingers to feel for bones. And now we're going to put this back into the pot. And now you don't have to put this back in the pot if you don't want to. But I am. I'm going to put mine back in there because it is delicious. And it helps that soup taste real good. And see how tender those turkey tails are? They just like ham, y'all. Look, they're just like ham. They just like ham. See that? They're just like ham. Look at that. Just like that. And what I'm doing is just squeezing and make sure that that bone, see that bone right there? You want to take that bone out of there. So you make sure that you squeeze this meat, chop it up, and it's just like a little ham hock. Yeah. If you don't eat pork now, you can eat this right here because it is delicious. It's good for you. It's not bad for you. It's just fat. But some fat is good for you, they say. I'm not sure, but that's what they say. Well, anyway, this right here don't have any pork taste, but it has, well, I'm going to say, this don't have any health issues, but if you have high cholesterol, you don't have to put this back into the soup. But, you know, you don't have to use this. Now, you can make this soup without any meat if you want. Just use vegetables, and that's all you would need, just the vegetables. And a lot of people eat this soup that don't have any meat in them. But the ones who eat meat, who like meat, like me, you know, we eat that. Now, what we're going to do is make sure these are not with bones. And put it back in this bowl because we're going to add it back to the soup. So just shred it like that, and that is delicious, y'all. That's country eating. Now, I get confused by saying things, but this is country eating, and we got those bones at that turkey tail, so that it won't be choking anybody. So we got it all together. We'll be right back, and let you see what the bean soup look like. All right. Our bean soup is ready. Look at that, y'all. This is a beautiful soup. If you like beans like I do, pinto beans, this is the soup for you. Look at that. Oh, my little turkey butt in there, and turkey tail is in there, and it's creamy. Look how creamy it is. Because I told you to make sure you mash your beans to the side as it cooks, to make it creamy like this. Look at that soup, y'all. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. It looks good. And I'm going to have me a piece of cornbread with mine like that. How about that? This is Sandra. I want to tell you happy eating. And I gave you a recipe to some pinto bean soup. And it is fabulous. You can put any ingredients you want in it, just as long as you follow my instructions and directions, you can make you this soup. This pinto bean soup is not expensive. It's warm, it's wholesome, especially if you like pinto beans. Oh, Lord, these are so delicious, y'all. This is Sandra. I want to tell you happy eating, and get this recipe off of soulfoodqueen.net. And I showed you how to do this cornbread. So that's a big piece of cornbread, but you know what? I'm going to share that with somebody. But this is all I can do right now. This is Sandra. I want to tell you happy eating, and thank you for coming to my channel.